those of you who might be checking out the class for the first time, I think you'll be delighted to discover just how full of practice we can have seated in a chair. I'd also like to share that Connectra is recording the class, so you can revisit at any time on YouTube and Facebook. And so delighted to be here sharing this practice with you. And graciously, a friend of mine has offered me her lovely deck, outdoor garden area, to teach the class today. So I thought, what the heck? Outdoors, connecting with Mother Nature as much as possible is a good thing. And so as always, I'd like to invite you to begin the yoga practice by finding a comfortable sitting position. And sit in a way that you feel the most at ease. So it can be challenging for our nervous system to calm down if we're uncomfortable in our bodies. And then as you're ready, lift your shoulders up, back, and down. And then an invitation to rest your hands in your lap or by your side, wherever feels most comfortable for you. And then to take your hands to your heart center. So it might be hands in prayer, maybe palms open. If this placement of your hands makes you lose your balance, choose another placement of your hands. We never forfeit balance to come into a pose or and then as you're ready, lift your heart to your hands, bow your head to your heart. And an invitation to take a moment to allow yourself to consciously enter into the present. Setting aside whatever was going on for you before the yoga practice for the duration, knowing that you can come back to that after class. And if you're ready, if your eyes are closed, gradually blink your eyes open. Relax your arms wherever feels most comfortable for you. And a little wiggly fidget. So shake your hands vigorously, little bum dance. And so I think I'd like to invite you now to, if possible, find a space where you are supporting your own spine. If you need support today, honor that. And so yoga meets us exactly where we are. So I'd like you to feel that you're sitting forward on your sits bones, the bones we sit on. And lift your shoulders up, back, and down. Relax your arms in your lap or wherever feels most comfortable for you. And so ground down through your sits bones. Lengthen your spine. Tuck your chin in slightly to release the back of your neck. Feel free to close your eyes here if you'd like, or soften your gaze. So soft gaze downwards. So our attention moves inward. Allow your facial muscles to soften and release. So notice the alignment of your knees, hips, ankles, shoulders, overhead. And then when you're ready, if you'd like, place one hand on your belly. And maybe noticing as we inhale, belly expands. On our exhale, belly moves in. Keeping one hand on your abdomen, take your other hand to your chest. And maybe notice the pattern of movement of the breath between your abdomen and your upper torso. And then see if you can begin to expand the breath. So making it just a little bit longer than it was when we began. And then see if you can begin to lengthen the exhale. So when we lengthen our exhale, it engages the relaxation response, allowing us to let go of holding stress, and tension. So whenever possible, I'd like to invite you to bring your awareness back to this deep, long, easeful breath. So if your eyes are closed, gently blink your eyes open. Give your hands a little shake again, a little wiggly fidget, do a little bum dance. And so I'd like to invite you now to rub your palms vigorously. So energize your hands, warm up your hands. Give your hands a little massage, your wrists. Sweep your hands up along your arms. So our hands are not only connected to our heart, but to our mind as well. So I'd like you to notice where in your body you're holding tension and see if we can bring some of that loving energy from your hands to that place. Allowing your body to open to the effects of this. Bring your hands together again, rubbing your palms, and this time I want you to notice a different place, a new place. You might need a little TLC, and take your hands there. So open to receive. So from here, we come into warm up for our neck. And so draw your chin gently towards your chest. And then look up. Warming up our cervical spine. Gentle movements up and down. And then it's ready, bring your head back, center, and then take one ear towards your shoulder. And then move your head back and forth, side to side. And then come on back, center. Turn a soft gaze, looking towards your shoulder. So only move your head as far as feels comfortable for you. And then turn your head from side to side. So as if nodding no. Now finish up the movement that you're on. Bring your head back center. And so from here, we'll move down along the spine. So we'll come into a practice called cat and cow. So an invitation to arch your back, draw your chest in. So it's as if our sternum's moving to the back of our rib. And then the sternum lifts, moves forward. So opening up our heart, solar plexus, throat. So we'll keep this gentle movement flowing. Warm up your upper back for a few more breaths. And you might notice that as we inhale and arch, the hands naturally have a tendency to slide in towards our hips. And on the exhales, hands slide towards our knees. So for whatever reason it doesn't feel okay to slide your hands along your thighs, you might explore moving energetically. Maybe the hands are floating just a little bit above your legs. And then when you're ready, finish up the movement that you're on. Take a moment. And from here, I'd like to invite you to hold on to the underside of your chair wherever you need to feel stable and balanced. And then reach one hand towards the earth. So it's as if we're reaching to pick something up. And so you want our shoulder lined up with shoulder. You can imagine you're seated between two panes of glass, if that's helpful. And then move from side to side. So you might exhale as you reach towards the earth, the floor. Inhale, come up. Or maybe it feels better just to inhale to one side and exhale to the other side. So keeping both sits bones on the chair. So you might notice that as we warm up our spine, the movements become more easeful. We're able to go a little bit deeper. And as ready, finish up the movements that you're on. Take a moment. And from here, we'll come into a gentle twist. So let's begin by lengthening our spine. And then come into the twist. Reach your hand across. So it might come towards your hip. Getting at the base of your spine, moving up one vertebrae at a time. And then moving dynamically. So gentle twist from side to side. I'm going to invite you to move to your 50%. So this is a gentle twist. We're not going to our full range of motion. Finish up the movement that you're on. Come on back, center. Relax your arms by your side or in your lap. And then I'd like to invite you to close your eyes, soften your gaze, and to take a few moments and notice the effects of those movements. And so, moving on, let's tap our fingers. And moving from your pinkies to your thumbs. Some micro movements, visualizing the movements, focusing on what we can do. And then from thumbs to pinkies. And how about air piano? And then when you're ready, stretch your palms and then take your fingertips to touch. Or you might make a soft fist if that feels good for you. Stretch your palms, fingertips touch. Stretch your palms. So your fingertips might touch and might not. So whatever movement that you're doing, it's going to be strengthening for your hands. So it's not enough to stretch your palms, fingertips touch or soft. And then when you're ready, push your hands away, draw your hands back. So with this gentle movement, we are getting into all the major joints in our arms. That's not all. We're getting into that area around our shoulder blades. Like we're giving our upper back a little massage. Push your hands away, draw your hands back. So now when you're ready, I'd like you to roll your wrists in one direction. Roll your wrists in the opposite direction. And then I'd like to invite you to slow the movements right down. So maybe even take a look at your hands in appreciation. Reverse the direction. And then imagine you're moving your hands through water. And out of the movement. Wiggly pitch it if you like. Take a moment. So hopefully everyone can see me well. Can I get a thumbs up online? Those of you who are live. Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. Lots of shadows, but that's okay. As long as you can hear me and see me pretty well. Yeah, so before we move on from our upper limbs, let's go for our yoga swim. And so start freestyle. And your arms can be as high or low as you would like. And then have a breaststroke. And side stroke. Other side. So my hope for you is that you practice at home on your own as well. So you do the movements 3 to 4 times. And can't forget backstroke. And how about butterfly? Whoosh. All right. So take a moment. So no doubt you're feeling a little more energized. I know I am. So let's pay some attention to our feet. And so I'd like to invite you to ground through your feet. Center and ground through the soles of your feet. So we want to keep our connection with Mother Earth. And we tend to start losing them. Root down through your sits bones. Maybe notice where your bum and your thighs are in contact with your seat. Lengthen your spine. Lift your shoulders up, back, and down. Tuck your chin in slightly to release the back of your neck. And so from here, let's come into a practice called finding our balance. So balance, the equal distribution of presence throughout our entire body. So oft repeated statement and classes I share. Balance, the equal distribution of presence throughout our entire body. So we are going to be moving forward and back. So if you know balance is a challenge for you, I'd like to invite you to make sure you have whatever device you need to keep you stable in your chair. So here we go. Inhale, lengthen your spine. You can place your hands at your hips or hold the sides of the chair. Then hinging from the hips, come forward with the flat back. So it's not about seeing how far down we can go. We just come down a little, sense of that just right amount of effort and ease, and then rock back up. And so an invitation, pardon me, to keep this gentle movement flowing for a few more breaths, for as long as feels comfortable. And you might notice that when you come into a forward fold, sometimes our chin wants to jet up. So I encourage you to tuck your chin in slightly. And it can be interesting to close our eyes as we practice these gentle movements. And then as you're ready, come on back to neutral spine. Take a moment. And then I'd like to invite you to circle your heart forward and then circle back. So we're getting into our lower back, our hips a little more here. Your circles might be bigger or smaller than mine, so you move in your own time and rhythm. We all have our own sense of rhythm. And as you begin to feel your hips and lower back soften and release, see if you can go a little bit deeper so the shoulders move towards our knees. Of course, we're not coming all the way down. And then as ready, reverse the direction. Slowly make your way back to neutral spine. Relax your arms down by your side or on your lap, wherever feels most comfortable for you. So let's take 3 deep breaths here. Inhale through your nose unless you're congested. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One last time. Inhale. Exhale. And so from here, I'd like to get into a practice called toning. So it's when we add sound to movements. And so the sounds are going to be the three letters A, O, and M. And this can be a really lovely way to connect with each other. But also, I'd like you to notice if you feel a vibration in your body or the lovely space around you. So, of course, we know sound has a vibration. So here we go. Reach up to the sky. And on your exhale, make the sound A. A. Other side, reaching up. Letter O. Both arms reach up as high as feels comfortable. Letter M, lips slightly touching. So one more round, reaching up to the sky. Letter M. All right. So from here, I'd like to come into meditation on the heart, gentle chest opener. Actually warming up here a bit, at least on this side. It's beating down. So yeah, gentle heart opener. And so when you're ready, I'm going to take your hands to your heart center. So maybe palms open or palms in prayer. If it feels better, you can place your hands on your Buddha belly. And so breathing in, extend our arms up and away. So I can get with my arms a little lower than my shoulders. Maybe yours are higher or lower. And then take your hands back to your heart center or your Buddha belly. And so keeping this gentle movement flowing, if you like, imagine the sun at your heart center. On your inhales, as you extend your arms up and away, imagine the radiant light of the sun radiating out all around you. And then gather that light and bring it back inside. So it's a symbol of the light that's always inside us. Inhale. This time on your exhale, making a bumblebee sound, humming sound. Inhale. Bow your head towards your heart. Place one hand on your Buddha belly, the other on your heart center. And maybe notice the rise and fall of your chest and your breath. Oh, so moving on, I'd like to invite you to arms by your side. So it might be that at times you're visualizing the movement today. So imagination is powerful. So arms by our side, reach your arms up. And then I'd like you to continue reaching your right. So I'll mirror you, left arm up. Float your arms down. So we're going to continue this gentle movement side from side to side. So inhale, reach up. This time, right arm reaches up to the sky. And then float both arms down. So this is good for our brain health. Spiral your palms open, reach up to the sky. Left arm continues up. The other arm is shoulder height. And then float your arms down. So one last time, reaching up. Right arm floats up. Palms face down, release. All right, so when you're ready, I'd like you to take your left hand into your heart center and turn your head the opposite direction. And then when you're ready, we'll switch sides. So you take your right hand to your heart center and turn your head to the side. Head comes back center, release. So take a moment, notice how you feel. It's a crow in the back. I don't know if you can hear him or not. Decided to join the class. Beautiful trees here. So lovely to be outdoors today. It's just a good decision. So, where should we go from here? So I think let's do a little bit of body tapping. So tap your thighs. And actually, let's, this is good for brain health too. Let's tap down the outside of our legs. Come on down as far as feels comfortable for you. So as far as you're stable in your chair. And then come up tapping the inside. And don't be shy. Get right into the groin area if you want. Lots of lymph nodes in that area. And 2 more times. Tapping down. And then tap up the inside. And in your own time and rhythm, tapping. So it's just called body tap. Tap. 1 up, finish up. And then now we're going to reverse the direction. So we're going to start inside, tapping down. And then tap up the outside. Down. And up the outside. And 1 more time. Tapping down. And up. And then maybe a little love taps here and there. All right, so I think we're all warmed up now. And so I'd like to transition to a practice called sun breath. So sun breath modified from the chair. And so we're sitting up nice and tall. So sun salutation, pardon me, I think I said sun breath. So sun salutations are heating, energizing, and I think they're fun. So here we go. Come into mountain pose. Take your hands to your heart center. Reach up to the sky, gentle back arch. So bend from above the shoulder blades. Hinging from the hips, come into a forward fold. So come forward as a flat back. Hold the underside of your chair. And then when you're ready, downward facing dog, forearms on your lap, push down through your inner heels. So it might be an energetic pushing down through your heels. Lengthen your spine, chin in. Baby cobra, place your hands on your thighs, lower a little more. And then open up, lift your heart. Up through the crown of your head. Downward facing dog again, forearms on your lap, push down through your inner heels, lengthen. And when you're ready, come back up so you can place 1 hand on each of your thighs. And so it might be that you're visualizing this movement, or you might have a yoga buddy that can help with it. I'd like to invite you to step your front leg under the chair if possible. And then add the arm if you'd like. So into a lunge. The arm be up longer. Float your arm down. Step your foot forward. Hinging from the hips. Come forward. Spiral your palms open. Gather up that beautiful radiant light of the sun. Gentle back arch, and then maybe your hands come together in prayer down through to the heart. So bowing our head towards our heart. This is a little nerve flossing for our neck. So come into mountain pose. Take your hands to your heart center. Reach up to the sky, gentle back arch. Hinging from the hips, come into a forward fold. Chin in. Downward facing dog, forearms on your lap. Push down through your inner heels, lengthen your spine, chin in. Baby cobra, place your hands on your thighs, lift your heart, your solar plexus. Downward facing dog, forearms on your lap. Come back up to neutral spine, pushing down through your heels, inner heels. One hand on each near thigh. We'll come into the lunge on the other side. So step your front leg under the chair. Reach your arm up to the sky. Float your arm down. Step your foot forward, hinging from the head. Spiral your palms open. Reach up to the sky to gentle back arch. Maybe our hands come together in prayer. Hands through the heart. Take a rest. Do a little bum dance or wiggly fidget, whatever you'd like. And so let's come into some of the movements of the spine. So I'd like to invite you sitting up nice and tall. 2, bring your hands together at the heart in prayer. Push into the palms of your hands. Lift your heart. And then, if possible, I'd like to bring your elbow point down to your thigh. You might need to place a block or something if your elbow doesn't reach your thigh, underneath your elbow. Reach your other elbow up towards the ceiling of the sky, and if it feels okay for your neck, turn your gaze up. And as you're ready, come on back, center. Take a moment. Inhale, lengthen, and we'll come into this on the other side. So bring your elbow point down to your thigh, lift your other elbow up, and gaze up past your elbow. Press into the palms of your hands. And slowly come on back to neutral spine. A little shake out. And so let's rock and roll. Reach up to the sky and twist. Reach up and twist. Up and one more time. Reaching up and twist. And come back to neutral. All right. So let's come into a side bend. So take hold of the underside of the chair. Release your opposite arm by your side. Spiral your palm open. So if you have shoulder stuff going on, it might be that you feel good with your hand at your hip, or it might be that you take your hand to your shoulder. Another alternative, if it feels okay, is to reach up and over. And so here we go. We're sitting up nice and tall. Bring your arm to your place. So today I'm going to take my hand to my shoulder and then come into your side bend, keeping both sits bones on the chair. And then turn your gaze down towards the floor to release your neck. And slowly come out of the pose on that side. So let's come into it on the other side. Take hold of the underside of the chair wherever you need to feel stable and balanced. Release your opposite arm by your side. Spiral your palm open. Take your arm to your place. Come into your side bend. Turn your gaze down towards the earth to release your neck and breathe into your rib cage. And release. So let's do that one more time. I want you to notice if you feel a little different. And so hold on to the underside of the chair. Arm by your side, spiral your palm open. Take your arm to your place. Keeping both sits bones on the chair. Come into your side bend as you turn your gaze down towards the floor. And release. So other side. Hold the side of the chair, arm by your side, reach out, take your arm up to your place, and come into your side bend. And release. Wow. Do a little wiggly fidget. So side bends and twists are pretty intense spinal movements. So we need to realign our spine. And we can do that with a seated forward fold. And so I'd like you to take hold of the underside of the chair, sit up nice and tall, lengthen your spine, and then hinging from the hips, come forward with a flat back. So you're coming forward maybe 20%. Tuck your chin in slightly to release the back of your neck, and then breathe into your lower back. You might imagine that your lungs are in your lower back. And slowly, as you're ready, pushing down through your inner heels. Place your hands at your hips if you want. Come back up with a flat back. So this time I'd like to I'd like to teach a back bend, so a gentle back bend. So a lot of us are collapsed forward in our chest. And that can be hard on our heart, our breathing, and so on, and even affect our mood. And so I'm going to turn so that you can see what I'm doing. So I'd like you to place, if possible, place your hands on your sacrum. Spread your fingers wide. And then your sternum lifts and moves forward. And release. So let's just do a few more poses before we move towards a guided meditation, your final relaxation. And so I'd like to share a pose called Eagle Pose. And so when you're ready, bend your elbows, palms facing each other. Reach across, cup your elbow points. Draw your arm in towards the midline. Allow that shoulder to soften away from your ear. And then when you're ready, maybe breathing in, reach up a little higher. So Eagle Pose. If you'd like, it's available to you. You can even maybe cross your feet or cross at the ankle. And release. So let's come into this on the other side. Bend your elbows, reach across, cup your elbow point, draw your arm into the midline. Let that shoulder soften away from your ear. Maybe reaching up a little higher. Cross at the ankle if you want. Eagle pose. And so I think from here we'll come down off the mountain. Seated comfortably back in your chair. And wow, it's actually getting quite warm, at least over here where I'm seated. I have a friend that's with me. Yeah, she's giving me an open invitation when I'm in the city to come stay. So I took her up on that today. And it's just beautiful up here on her deck for outdoor garden area. So let's actually do a yogic breathing technique. And so this is called 1-to-1 ratio. So it's a lovely way to balance our nervous system. And I think that when we transition into another season, so fall obviously now, that maybe we can be a little more anxious, scattered, and so on. And I think it's because of the changes, a little more anxiety. So there are a lot of lovely practices in yoga, not the least of which are the breathing techniques that can help us with that. Calm the nervous system. And so I'd like to invite you to find a space, seated comfortably. And so you're comfortable but still alert. And the breathing technique I'd like to share with you is called the 1-to-1 ratio. And so it's when our inhales and our exhales are the same duration and quality. So I will cue you with the count of 3 on the inhale, count of 3 on the exhale. So wherever you are in your breath cycle, inhale through your nose unless you're congested. Exhale slowly. And we'll begin. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. So if my count doesn't work for you, this practice doesn't work for you, just come back to your natural rhythm. You can even adjust the count. So just for a few more breaths, inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2. So let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. Your natural rhythm. Maybe observing the rise and fall of your chest and your belly. And notice if you felt a subtle shift in your energy. So come on, seated comfortably for your final relaxation. Actually, no, guided meditation, then we'll transition into the dessert part, your final relaxation. So I hope you can hear the lovely bird song in the background. A whole bunch of little birds that just like this. And so I'd like to invite you to explore a mudra. So mudras are hand gestures, and they were created to help us focus our mind. So this is called the mudra of calm abiding. So simply, it's just palms face down. You draw your hands in towards your hip creases. If that place where your hands works for you, lovely. If not, place your hands in whatever way feels comfortable for you. And so an invitation to look down and into your heart, see what you can see. And then to breathe into your heart. Breathing in, I know that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I'm breathing out. As my in-breath grows deep, my out-breath grows slow. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I release. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. So we'll sit and breathe together for a few moments with a gentle reminder. Breathing. Into whatever comfortable seated position you'd like for your final relaxation. And lift your shoulders up, back and down. Soft, organic movement. So this is not meant to be a big scrunch up towards our ears. Essentially, we're just allowing our shoulders to soften away from our ears. Rest your hands, palms face up or down as desired. Close your eyes softly if that feels comfortable for you at this time. Soften your gaze. Soft palms, soft Buddha belly in the area between our navel and our pivot bone. Quiet breath. Allow the breath to breathe itself. Relax your jaw. Unclench your teeth. Let there be a little space between your teeth. Soften your lower jaw. Soften around your temples. Soften the area between your eyebrows. One. Silently, if you'd like, on inhale, say let. On exhale, go. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. It's challenging to quiet the mind. Place our hands on our Buddha belly and bringing our awareness to our breath can be helpful. Without changing anything, bring a gentle awareness back to your breath. Thank your body. Thank your body again. Our bodies are the best home our mind will ever have. And now see if you can begin to deepen the inhale, lengthen the exhale. Wiggle your fingers and toes, hands and feet, waking up. Your eyes are closed, gently blink your eyes. And I'd like to invite you to take a look around at the space that you're in and name 3 objects. So to bring us back. And so thank you, thank you. Notice how you feel before and after class. Questions or feedback, always love to hear from you. So I'm totally happy to hang out for a few minutes and we can have a conversation. And yeah, otherwise, have an amazing rest of the week. So I might come in just a little bit closer so I can see who's here a little better. Oh, I'm down on concrete.
Ouch.
Yeah, I do have a yoga mat under my knees. So.
Thanks very much, Bobbie. Another good class. Thank you.
Right. Lovely to see you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, love.
Bobbie, very well done.
Oh.
Love the background.
Oh, okay, great. Well, who knows? Maybe we'll do it again one day.
And the birds.
Yes, you heard the birds, did you?
Was beautifully done.
Oh, lovely. What a gift. Mother Nature. Cool. Mercedes, you're tuning in from where? Are you in LA? Mercedes? Oh. Guess she's left. Kinda, sorta. Okay, well, I guess I'll sign off and I'll look forward to seeing you next week. Take good care.